Oh,
Oh,
said
my mic
about
was off.
disabled all about this bed.
Okay, now I'm recording.
Do the damn thing that you said. Knows a fear about to see it up and with their mouth, and I say yeah. For miles inside this bitter danger. About to be a danger. No soldiers. One follows me, I walk alone. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Ba-na, 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 ba-na-na-na-na. All right, now you gotta like have the machine gun fire. Boom, 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 boom,
Oh
boom,
my
boom, boom,
god.
and then the pause. Boom.
Boom.
After he like pounds his chest, slaps his chest. Boom. Ooh, man, that got me.
Who's hosting? Hey man,
I thought you were.
You are.
I'm hosting. Alright. I don't remember what the
He's
intro was.
hosting. Oh my god.
Welcome to the What's Good Games podcast.
Welcome to the kind of funny wrestling podcast. Woo!
What?
I said it wrong too. Damn it. Kind of wrestling. There you go. Did they have a podcast? Is it better than us?
Who? No.
They don't? Okay.
Kind of wrestling doesn't. It's just the Cool Greg one. And I say yeah.
So how do we get Cool Greg into this?
We get somebody famous to talk to him.
They got Mike talking to him.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
That's our famous guy.
He's famous. I say yeah.
Got Raw,
I walk for
SmackDown.
miles inside this bitter danger.
You'll take over for NXT, right? Well, let me tell Omega we're recording, actually. I told her, I don't know if we're going to record today or not.
Yeah, I'll do NXT. Did you see all the stuff he was posting in Discord?
Yeah, that's why I forgot about that.
What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean Botch Finish is not recording today? What was with the posting of the pictures of Vince with the title?
I don't know. That was so weird.
It's so random.
Fucking love it.
I walk for miles inside this
Wait for a response from them.
danger.
Then we'll get to it. We might not even get a fucking, what's it called, New Japan report if he doesn't answer.
New Japan? Hey, brother, we're talking about the G1 Supercard.
Let me call him real quick. I'll give him a mic. Hold on. Keep talking.
And I say,
Is he
I
online?
walk for miles inside this bit. Yeah, he's watching TV, it said.
Recording. Today.
So
Sure.
I have a few news things that we can talk about too.
News.
These things? Alright.
Well, like, did you guys see that Road Dogg is no longer the head of creative for SmackDown?
Yeah, he stepped down, right?
Alright, we'll
Yeah,
save that for the
he
podcast.
stepped down.
Let's save that for the
Okay.
podcast. Let's save it for the podcast. Because I welcome everyone to the Botched Fitness Podcast. See, I'm going to start right there. What's going on? This is the Botched Fitness Podcast. This is where we talk about wrestling and this and that, you know, all the chatter about wrestling news, pay-per-views, all that. I'm one of your hosts, Kevin Ace X, the one and only. And to my left, to your right, we got Tagato61. Tell him what's up, Tagato.
Baby.
Tagato, baby. And then to my right, to his left, and my left, it's Ant-Man 0208.
Who's left on my on your left? My left.
I don't remember what I said to
On your
Tagato.
left.
I think I said Tagato. He's
On
my
your
right.
left.
Yeah, you're on my left.
On your
side,
left.
strong side.
And then maybe we'll see if Payback will get on. I don't know. He's MIA for right now. And then, okay, we got
It's all good.
breaking news. Omega said he'd be on in an hour. Yes.
In an hour.
Hooray!
In an hour. No, telling them about to get on in an hour or get ready in an hour.
All right,
But yeah,
perfect.
that's the Botched Fitness Podcast. Each and every week, 4, sometimes 5 wrestling fans gathered together around this Xbox Live party to talk about, or talk to, man, I can't even, to each bring us, man, I can't even say, to each bring you an opinion on the WWE shows. If you like us, follow us on bit.ly, bit.ly/botchfinishyt. And also follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/botchfinish, no ed at the end of botch. And yeah, follow us there. That's about it. Yeah, because we're not doing SoundCloud. I find out SoundCloud makes me want to pay to add more stuff on there. And I'm like, I'm not paying with you guys. Hell no. Too expensive.
Hell no.
$12 a month
Hell no.
to add more stuff on there. And I'm
Best
like,
decision of your life.
and I was like, you want me to pay to add, give you guys entertainment? I'm not doing that. Ridiculous. Ridiculous, I say.
It's ridiculous.
But let's get started, you guys. Let's talk
Yeah,
about.
let's kick it off, Kev.
Let's kick it off. Let's talk about real quick about WrestleMania and TakeOver real quick, because I don't know, a lot of people have not seen the live streams we put up there. You know, really good about live streams we had up there. You guys, nobody was there. Thanks for watching.
Well, if you did show up and support, thanks for watching us talk a little bit about that stuff. But
Yeah.
yeah, we didn't really. Not everybody watches the live stream at twitch.tv/botchfinish.
I need to promote it more. I think I should have done it on my stream first, and then promote it on there too. I don't know. That was a risky.
You could have, Kevin. What you could have done is hosted it on your stream.
You know, this is why you're the man with the brains in this crew. That is
Just kidding. Yeah, let's talk Mania. Let's talk Takeover. I haven't
And
heard
G1.
Ant-Man talk about this stuff. Oh, and G1
I
Supercard.
didn't bring
bro.
up G1. I don't remember what Supercard was like. So what's going on?
Nuts.
Ant-Man, what did you let's kick it off. What did you watch for wrestling in this past WrestleMania weekend? Did you watch everything?
It's crazy, dude.
Not everything. I watched live NXT TakeOver. I thought the entire card was really good. They had a couple of matches that I thought were like really outstanding. Probably their best work they've done on NXT in a while. I specifically like the start of the show with the tag team match and the end of the show with the Gargano and Adam Cole NXT title match. I did not watch the G1 Supercard, but I did catch the Enzo and Cass appearance.
Oh yeah.
I thought
Well,
I caught that part, was very confused, just like pretty much the entire wrestling world on what the hell was going on.
yeah, we were all confused too.
Apparently it was at work. Apparently, they didn't want to film it for some reason.
Yeah.
That's why I'm a little
And
confused.
then I caught WrestleMania. But I also did not catch the Hall of Fame because I just chose not to watch it, which I kind of kicked myself because I wish I was watching it because I did read about the Bret Hart
Oh
situation
yeah,
with the fan.
Oh my
Uh,
lord.
that kid got his
yeah.
ass beat, dude. Holy moly!
So yeah, a lot I did catch, a lot I did miss. So it was an interesting weekend.
So, what would you say your favorite match was in the NXT Takeover?
I mean that's a little tough because I did enjoy the tag team match to start the show. Because I thought the Gargano and Adam Cole match was really really good, but it felt kind of slow to start. The first fall I believe was just kind of just doing like them doing a wrestling kind of showdown, and then it started to pick up after that first fall. Uh, Whereas the tag team match was just balls to the wall, just non-stop on the storytelling and the action. So I probably have to say that tag team match to start the show was probably my favorite.
What was your least favorite?
Um, I guess I would say least favorite just because I didn't like the ending, or I would have preferred a different winner was the Fatal 4-Way Women's because I loved the match, but with Shayna winning, I was like, oh, I was kind of disappointed because I kind of wanted Shirai to win, but
Hmm.
We all did.
not to knock the match because the match was really good.
That felt like a tag team match, like halfway through, because
Yeah,
Kyrie and Nero were like teaming up and attacking these other two.
which makes me
Shayna.
which makes me excited to see if they go through with that and make them a tag team.
They've been a tag team before, so
The Sky Pirates.
Sky Pirates. I
The
can't wait.
Sky Pirates.
So, what would you rate that show?
A solid A.
Hey, ooh, we're
Mm.
getting grades now, huh? Ooh. What about you, Tagato?
Ooh.
What is your favorite match,
Given that,
least favorite, and
uh,
score? Or
yeah, favorite match. I would have to say it's the Gargano and Adam Cole Bebe match. That'd be my favorite match. I felt like they did so many awesome things. I don't think I've seen. You don't see Adam Cole normally pull out the Canadian Destroyer on.
oh yeah,
Um, you don't see him normally pull that out on like NXT shows. Like he kind of sticks to the last shot and everything, but like he was pulling out moves in this 2 out of 3 falls match that were like crazy. There was the Canadian Destroyer, there was that move, and then there was the um, he did like this weird German suplex where he had both their Johnny Gargano's arms crossed in front of him and grabbed onto the wrists instead of like using like around the waist, and then he like did a bridge pin out of that. He did like the fairy tale ending of Tommaso Ciampa onto the table. Like I just thought that match was so great. Um, the least favorite, I would say, hmm, definitely that women's match. I it's not, they pulled out a cool spot there, like of Bianca doing the double, um, whatever her move is called, her finisher, where she puts him up into the torture rack and then slams him
oh
down into like a sit down
yeah,
fairy
yeah,
tale ending type
yeah.
thing. Um, like she did that double to Kyrie and Io. Um, and I mean, I enjoyed the spots and things, but I'm not a huge fan of Shayna Baszler. Just the way that she's pulling out victories. Like, I guess that it's like super heelish, but it's like, it makes me wonder, like, are they just having her around in NXT because they want her, Jessamine Duke, and Marina Shafir all to grow up together? Um, and that they're waiting for like those other two to like fully blossom into
I mean, that's what it
like
feels like.
really good. I mean, that's what I'm thinking, but then they're like continuing to push her as like a champion. and like I just wish that she would drop the title once. Like if she would have dropped the title against Bianca Belair at Phoenix, like, and then won it back here, like I think it would be a lot more like earned. Um, but like they want to keep her dominant and keep the horsewomen. That's like the facade of dominant. So I understand why they did it. But that's my least favorite match. And then my overall grade, I'd give it to um, Triple H thumbs up uh,
Oh,
to
whoa.
for this one.
For some reason, I thought you said three
So
Triple H thumbs up.
no, that's not possible. Two Triple H thumbs up, and then yeah. So that was what I would give Takeover. What about you, Kev? Your best match, least favorite match, and then your grade.
My, I got two favorite matches. I liked. I don't know. Actually, I had so many favorite matches. The pay per view was good overall. I like the I like the Johnny Gargano and Adam Cole baby match. That was really good. That was
Hmm.
really exciting. You know, having Undisputed Era come in and interfere, and then thinking, oh, is Adam Cole gonna win? Who knows? And then Johnny Gargano pulled a miracle and won it, which was crazy. But
Yeah, absolutely.
I also liked Pete Dunne and Walter. That was a fun match. I liked that one a lot. So it's like a tie between those
Mm-hmm.
two. Then, least
Yeah, the
favorite
Pete
match.
Dunne, the Pete. Yeah, I mean that Pete Dunne Walter match is also like a sleeper match for me. Of like
Yeah,
one
that's
that you see on the card, and you're like, it was like the mid, like it was like the match at the middle that I'm like, oh yeah, this is like awesome. Like Walter is
yeah.
great, and Pete Dunne like knows exactly what he's doing. So
That match made me sore just watching. I was like, oh man, all the finger manipulating, the
Yeah,
chops, just the right hands that they were throwing. I mean, they were just
they were
kicking
brutal.
the shit out of each other.
yeah,
So
absolutely.
that's why I loved it. But yeah, it's a time between those two. But least favorite, I think I wouldn't say it's not terrible, yeah, but it's the Fatal 4A with the women's
Yeah.
NXT Championship match. It's not terrible. It's just these other matches kind of surpass
In
that.
comparison to yeah, like in comparison to everything else, like even the Matt Riddle and Velveteen Dream match was like
Yeah,
really good too. You know, like so
Mm.
like the fact that all the other matches on the card were like really good to like great makes the women's match just like even though it was good, like just seem a lot less than like it actually is, you know?
yeah, and I mean it was fun. It's not a terrible match. Like we said, it didn't surpass the other matches, but that was my least favorite. But overall, the pay per view was like a really good pay per view, like A+ for me. That was a lot of like intense wrestling in there, and yeah, I think that's it. I think that's it for NXT Takeover. That's at least all the opinions I have. What do you guys think? Is that it? What do you guys got? Any last words before we talk about G1 real quick?
For for Takeover,
Um,
no man, I think it was a solid pay-per-view.
Solid.
One of the best, some of the best matches that they've had on uh, in NXT.
Oh yeah.
yep.
All right. So this part is going to be about just I guess me and Tagato since we watched the G1 Supercard.
Oh yeah,
Since Ant-Man didn't see it. Did you see anything, Ant-Man? Like any highlights or anything like that? Was there a match that
No.
interested you?
No.
I don't know if you've seen the
No,
match.
usually with those kind of shows, if I have the time to watch the highlights or whatever of what they have, because I tend not to keep up with it too much yearly, but with the G1 Supercards, like that's when I'll usually try to pay attention to the highlights. It was just a busy week, and then having that much content of wrestling over the past 4 days.
I know.
it's nuts.
Yeah, so it's just been nuts. I like that one in particular. I put on the back burner. Other than the Enzo and Cass news that was just blowing up my phone. I was like, okay, this I actually have to take a look at and see.
Yeah.
That's how casting was weird. But what's your favorite and least favorite match too? I don't want you to rate that show.
See, the favorite match.
It's a lot of good ones. A lot of sleepers too.
Yeah. Gosh, dude, this is hard. Like, I would say the last three matches were really great on this card.
So Naito
Like,
and Bushi.
Naito and Ibushi, the ladder match, Jay Lethal, Taven, and Marty Scurll, and then Jay White and Okada. But out of those three, I would say Jay White and Okada. Like, I thought they did like masterful stuff. Like,
Yeah.
they had it was so late in the night, but like everybody in the crowd was so hyped for it when Okada won. Like, it was awesome.
It was incredible.
So I would say that's my favorite match. I thought the whole back end of that card was so good too. Um, I think the low for me would have to be. It would have to be. I really disliked the Bully Ray versus Juice Robinson thing.
Oh yeah, that one got kind of out of hand.
I just like they brought out Flip, and I was super hype. I'm like, Flip's back. This is dope. So I want Bully versus Flip. And then more people came out, and then Juice came out with like a cart full of people, things, and he came out with somebody else. I don't even know who Juice was with. And like it just got super combobulated and didn't even like make sense anymore to me, like why these people were doing things. Like all I heard the whole time was Bully Ray yelling, "Oh my balls!"
Oh my
Like,
balls! I forgot about that.
like, and then by the end of it, I was like, "Oh, all right, like, okay." So I think that might have been like the thing for me that was the lowest. One of those sleeper ones, I'll just throw this out here as a sleeper one, was that Bandito Dragon Lee
Oh really?
Ishimori. I would say
Yeah.
that one. Also Tanahashi and Zack Sabre was a really good one too.
Damn. Sleeper for the junior heavyweight, huh?
I really liked that junior heavyweight match because I feel like they did really good stuff. I hated that Dalton Castle versus Roosh thing. That was dumb.
Yeah, that was quick. I mean, they're just building up Rouge for
Yeah.
a big push. That's why too. So I'm not surprised on that.
Oh, also that tag team match was really good too. I mean, just like the show was really good. Like everybody on the card did like there besides that whole Bully Ray and Juice and maybe the Honor Rumble. I was not a really big fan of that.
Okay,
Like,
yeah. That
Like,
one got out of hand.
can I point out real quick and say I just saw the highlights to the Will Ospreay and Jeff Cobb fight or match, and holy hell!
Oh yeah, that was a good
yeah,
one.
they
Too.
did. I mean, that was a good one too. Jeff Cobb. Like, I feel like they put on really great matches, but like the back end of the card was my favorite. I think the last three matches of the card, like, or even four matches, really like kept me like pumping. And then when you have the whole Enzo and Cass thing happen in the middle, like in the mid card thing, and I literally remember when we were just together, like watching this, and we're just like, what the hell? Like, is that like Enzo and Cass? Like, we're just scouring through Twitter, finding these videos, and then jumping. We're like, hell, is it a work? It's got to be a work, right?
But so this is what happened because we just came off the whole Bret Hart being attacked by a fan, and we were like kind
Oh
of
yeah, because
freaking out.
we were watching both things.
Yeah, and then I pointed out to you guys. I'm like, dude, I'm just looking at Twitter. Apparently, Enzo and Cass were there, and they jumped the Briscoes. It's like, what the hell happened? I was just looking up Twitter videos of people who saw it, but apparently it was a work. It wasn't a good work because they didn't film it. Apparently, the cameras were just avoiding
Well,
it.
and also apparently Ring of Honor bookers didn't tell New Japan bookers during that match that was even happening. So like God at the end of the match,
Oh
like,
yeah.
did you see their post interview where they threw the Ring of Honor tag titles? Like they threw them across the room.
Oh, I didn't see that. I saw them like
Yeah, so like they were so pissed about the way that match like turned out that they like grabbed the Ring of Honor tag titles and like chucked them across the room.
oh my god. I saw them like reacting to that whole like brawl going out, and they kind of just ignored it and walked away. That was funny.
Yeah, because at the same time they were doing that whole thing where they had the one guy steal the
Oh
IWGP
yeah,
tag
fucking
titles from
Yono,
them.
whatever his name is. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I would say those are like the highlights and low points. The Honor Rumble's a low for me, and the Bully Ray Juice was a low for me. But an overall grading of this, I'd give it one thumbs up based alone on the past three matches. Like held it really together for me.
Uh,
What about you, Kev?
I really loved Naito and Bushi and JY and Okada. Naito and Bushi, god damn, they were just killing each other like holy moly. German after German, like landing on their heads. God damn, they're just showing their bodies. and
Well,
Naito looked
was
kind of
it
rough too. So
Ibushi that like landed on his neck super weird
I
in one of the
think
Germans?
so.
It looked like he legitimately like broke his neck.
Yeah, I think it might have been him. I thought it might have been Naito, but they landed really bad on their necks. I can't believe they're
Which
still wrestling.
one? Which one was one of the Golden Lovers?
Oh, it's Ibushi.
Yeah, so he landed on his neck like super like weird, and it looked like he like broke his neck during that match. But yeah, that was a great one.
That was amazing. And Ibushi won that Intercontinental Championship. And then JY and Okada just kept me like hyped up, move after move after move. I'm like, who's gonna win this? I don't know. JY kicking out of
The amount of rainmakers that
yeah,
happened.
3 Rainmakers. He kicked out of 2 of them, and goddamn, I was like, holy moly, you can't kick out of that.
Nobody kicks out of the rainmaker.
It's rare because they actually protect their finishes. That's why. So I was surprised he kicked out of 3, but that was a fun match. Those 2 are my favorite. Least favorite might be the same thing as you. The Honor Rumble and Bully Ray and Flip. Yeah, because the Flip
Slash
Bully,
Juice
yeah,
slash whoever.
because that one got out of hand. I was like, I don't know what's going on anymore. I wanted to see like a one-on-one, not like 4 other people come out and I started attacking each other. I don't know, it was crazy. And the Honor Rumble just kind of dragged down for a bit too. Too many so many
Yeah,
old
for
people
sure.
coming in. Oh, I guess second favorite would be that junior heavyweight. I like that one. It was a quick match, but it was a lot of fun. But yeah, that's the G1. I give it an A minus. Not as great as Takeover,
Nice.
but yeah.
Yeah.
So real quick, let's talk about just real quick WrestleMania. Only one match, one least favorite match, an overall score. What do you guys think? Who wants to begin?
Ant-Man, you want to go first? What's your favorite match, your least favorite match, and overall score?
Oh boy, out of like what, 17 felt like
17
different
matches.
Yeah,
matches.
it was a long one.
Freaking insane. Oh man. No, I mean, real quick, the entire card just like in a blur. I was seeing like a lot of comments of people saying like that's the best Mania we've seen in a long time, one of the
Mm.
top fives or top eights. I mean, I really, I mean, I don't know if it's just me. It might be just me, I don't know where that's coming from. I thought majority of the pay per view was a blur.
Hmm.
Because there just wasn't a lot of things that were just going on in these matches. I think I think my reason being was because there was just too many. But there was, you know, even some of the matches I was looking forward to, I don't remember it. And like AJ and Randy in particular, I don't remember a freaking thing about that match at all. And I
Mm-hmm.
felt like a lot of those matches were like that. But I would say if I had to choose a favorite, I was really enjoying the Becky, Ronda, Charlotte triple threat. I thought from the moment it started to the moment it ended, even though it had that botched, weird ending, um, up until that point, I was really enjoying it. If I had to say least favorite, if I had to say least favorite, not because of how they booked it or whatever, but just like why it was even on the freaking card to begin with, I said Joe and Ray.
Yeah, I knew it.
Because I saw Rey Mysterio come out, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. He's dressed up as Mysterio from
Mm-hmm.
the Spider-Man comics. I was like, that's pretty cool. He comes out. How long is that match? Not even a minute.
Not
It's
even.
not even
And I
close.
was,
Yeah, not
yeah,
even
and I
close.
was like, okay, that's nice. So, if I had to say my least favorite, just because of how it was booked, I'd have to say it'd be that one. But majority of that pay per view, I don't get where people are saying that's a top five, top eight WrestleMania. Majority of it was a blur to me.
I guess if you compare it from the past, like other 4 years, I guess it's better than those ones. If I did have fun, but
Yeah,
yeah, I could see
yeah.
that.
If you wanna make that argument, yes. If you're trying to make the it's a top five mania, I don't get it.
Yeah, I think maybe people look at it and say it's like really hyped because all the faces won, really, like in the big title matches that were on the card,
Which was surprising.
like which I didn't think was
Yeah,
gonna happen, but like all the
I think
faces
we all
won.
said that a week ago that like, oh, if this person wins, this person's not gonna win.
Yeah, it's
And we
just
were
the
all just like kind of picking different ones, and then they like all three of those marquee matches, the face ended up winning.
just the way that they book it. At least WWE books it. They don't always book, the faces winning all the time. So
Yeah, it
that's
was
much
just
better.
really weird.
So wait, what was your overall rating score for that show? Hey man,
I'd say a, I would say a B minus. I'll be a little bit nice and a little bit more lenient. Give it a B.
Mm.
all right, Tagato.
Favorite match: Daniel Bryan and Kofi.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Um,
That was a good one.
I thought that match had so much intensity from the crowd in it that just brought it out of them, and they fed off each other well. Their styles are like really good. Like I didn't know who was gonna hit if Kofi was gonna hit this Trouble in Paradise here, Trouble in Paradise there. Was the Yes Lot coming in here, Yes Lot coming in there? They just did really well. That match was just really well done. Um, and then let's see, the least favorite. Honestly, it's kind of a similar tie to, I mean, I would say for sure the Samoa Joe and Rey Mysterio is on that list, but I would also say the Kurt Angle Baron Corbin thing
Oh yeah,
really was not like, I just didn't think that was handled very well, booked very well as um so those are the two for me that are the biggest lows, biggest stinkers on the card, I would say. Angle, Corbin, and Joe and Rey Mysterio. Everything else was just like Batista Triple H was fine. Shane McMahon and The Miz had like a that crazy spot ending, which we thought was gonna happen, like a crazy spot between the two of them.
yeah. With Shane's though.
Orton and AJ was a blur. McIntyre Roman Reigns was a blur. Didn't even see the revival and Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins match. Like
That was a good one. Missed out.
the Iconics winning, okay. SmackDown Tag Team Championship was like, all right. Like everything, every one of the like mid-level like feuds that weren't championships, like kind of were just a blur to me. So, so I'll give that show one Batista thumbs up. So like if that's on a
Yeah.
yeah, so one Batista up. Not two, just one.
So same rating as G1.
Yeah, pretty much as G1. I thought there was some really good matches that happened, but like a lot of the stuff that happened was just a blur. Like Ant-Man was saying.
Yeah.
What
I
about
will point out though, the Doctor of Thugonomics bit. Ooh,
I mean,
did I get hyped for that?
that was really sweet when that happened.
Basic economics, word life. That's good. That was good.
I'm untouchable and I'm forcing you to feel me.
Word
All right,
life.
Kev, what about you?
Favorite match? Yeah, it would to be Kofi and Daniel Bryan. That was my favorite match. I'm trying to remember. I had another favorite match. I can't remember what it was anymore though. Yeah, it's been a while, even though it hasn't really been a while. It was just this Sunday we saw it, but man, that 8 hours I was just watching WrestleMania was so much on me. I don't know if I couldn't do it. I don't think I could do it again. I feel bad for everyone who went there live. I'm so bad. I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, it's
Kofi,
just
Kofi and Bryan. Who else was on the card? That tag team match was pretty cool too. The Raw
the
tag team.
Usos one.
Oh, so yeah, sorry, not the SmackDown one. Yeah, but yeah, I think Kofi and Bryan was my favorite one. Least favorite. I guess I can say Samoa Joe and Ray, but that's the usual. You know, it's pretty obvious. Something else was pretty bad. Um, let's see. Least favorite. I had one. I just forgot. Yeah, that Kurt Angle and Baron Corbin was not that great. I didn't think that was a good send off for Kurt Angle. Should have been someone else. That and
Yeah,
that and Drew McIntyre and Roman Reigns was just I don't know. I feel like they shouldn't have beaten Drew McIntyre like that. That was pretty quick. And I heard they're gonna like push him pretty good this coming year, so I don't know what's going on. But overall score, I'll give it same thing as Ant-Man, like a B. It wasn't. It was all right. I did like this more than the other, like past three WrestleManias. Because we did have faces win all the titles. Mostly all the faces win the titles, like the league titles, pretty much. But yeah, I think a B plus is a B. No, just B. That's my score for that. And I feel bad for everyone who went there and couldn't get out and leave that area at least.
yeah.
People had to wait there since like till like 2 in the morning. Damn. Well, that's that. That's the recap for Takeover, G1, and WrestleMania. Now let's get to the nitty gritty. Let's talk about Raw and SmackDown post WrestleMania. I don't know if you guys want to play the games. I did sleep part of one match. 2 matches, maybe. No, wait, no. I know which one it was now.
The entire show.
No. I couldn't sleep. I had to stay up for a lot of it because I was like, this, like, I felt like a lot of things would have been important. So this was like post Mania, so I don't know if you guys want to play the game. Where we figure out where I slept through. You guys want to?
Oh. Yeah, let's go for it.
Sure.
Because I don't know the Hulu one. We don't have payback for the Hulu one, so.
Yeah, we don't have Hulu, so that's fine. let's just play it. Let's just go through. Let's go through Raw quickly.
Okay, Raw first. Let's see. We'll get Raw up real quick.
Raw happened on April 8th, and it was in the Barclays Center in Brooklyn.
It was. I'm trying to remember what the hell is. Oh, there it is. Give it between. Oh, okay. At the beginning, what happened at the beginning? It was Seth Rollins comes
Seth.
out. Yeah, Seth Rollins comes out. Does his little speech, yada yada. Then Kofi comes out too, which was weird because I was like, why is Kofi out here?
Yeah, why is he on Raw? Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, I guess the shakeup's next week, so I guess everything's shaken up anyways right now. But yeah, then they start talking. They're happy that they both won or something like that. And then who was it? Who challenged Seth Rollins, or who challenged who to the?
Kofi.
Okay, so Kofi challenged Seth Rollins for the winner take all.
Yep.
Yeah, so yeah, Kofi challenged Seth Rollins to the winner take all for both titles. And when they said that, I was like, that's not gonna happen. Something's gonna go down. So that set it up
Yeah,
Raw.
I knew something was gonna go down, but
I didn't think it was gonna be like what we saw, but yeah.
yeah. Oh God.
So yeah, we had that set for late in the night, and then after that we have Kurt Hawkins, Zack Ryder defending their titles against the Revival. Championship rematch, which was weird because they explicitly said there was gonna be
More rematch clauses.
yeah, rematch clauses, which was I was a little confused on what was going on. I was thinking maybe it was the Revival gonna win it back. I don't know, but they had their match. Uh, Hawkins, landed on his leg kind of weird towards the end. I thought he was hurt, but he wasn't. He was faking it. He small packaged. Who was it? One of the Revival people. Don't remember who it was. I think it was
Dawson.
Dawson. Yeah, I think it was Dawson. So after that, then they do Shatter
Schoolboy.
Machine. Yeah, onto I think Ryder, but then Hawkins was his legal man, so he did the Schoolboy on Dawson, and he wins the match. Hooray! They retain the titles. And then Baron Corbin comes out talking about, oh, I beat Kurt Angle, this and that. He's done. People were telling him shut the fuck up, this and that. The crowd was going crazy on him. Kurt Angle
Yeah, they
comes out.
were they were they were hot.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, like every Raw after Mania, the people are always hot. They're just crazy. But yeah, Angle comes out, interrupts Corbin, talking about what was it? He wishes him luck in his future. Then he's like bad luck, and the Angle slams him, and people are cheering for that. And then we get the debut of fucking Lars Sullivan, dude. I was like, oh shoot! I'm like, whose song is this? I don't remember that song anymore. And I see Lars, and I'm like, oh, it's Lars. He's back. I mean, he's actually debuted now, which I'm happy for. It comes out, he does the freak accident on Angle, and he does the diving headbutt on Angle too, and then he leaves. And I was like, holy moly, Lars is here. And after that, we get Alexa Bliss going against Bailey. It was a short match.
First time we've seen her in a match in a long time.
Oh, yeah, because what was the last time we saw her? I don't remember.
Was it Rumble?
I think it was Rumble. I don't remember.
Yeah, that's what I think. That's what I think too. We see her doing the moment of bliss all the time, but we don't see any matches.
Yeah.
So I think it was. I think it was
I
Rumble.
think it might have been Rumble. Was she Rumble? I don't remember. Well, yeah, but it's been a while since we've seen her. Then, Bliss and Bailey have a quick match. Kind of rough, it looked like. A lot of, it felt like really sloppy for some reason. A couple of botches here and there. At least it would have felt like for me. Ended in about, 3 minutes. Because she does, I think Bailey, no. Alexa Bliss just does a DDT, right? And then pins Bailey?
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
it's that DDT that she does the hand thing with, but she like didn't do it. She didn't do the like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
She
yeah.
has like a one of her finishers is a DDT. It's just like
Mm.
she usually like does the hand flip thing with it.
Which I caught me by surprise that she won that quickly and beat Bailey that quickly. It was weird.
S- Especially after that like sunset flip power bomb that Bailey hit
Yeah.
hit on Bliss that like smashed her into the corner.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it looked like everything was sloppy because that looked really rough on her.
Yeah.
But yeah, Alexa Bliss wins. We're happy. All right, yeah, and then after that, they promote they promote Kofi celebrating his championship win for tomorrow for the next SmackDown the next day.
Yep.
And I was like, all right, I guess they're not gonna go with the match then. Something's gonna happen during that match. And after that, we get Becky Lynch coming out.
Whoa. Whoa.
Becky Two Belts comes out. You know, I'm gonna call it that now. Comes out. People are
Becky
chanting.
two belts.
Yeah,
Cha 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 cha.
chanting, "You deserve it." And then Becky Two Belts saying that too. She does a speech, yada yada yada. You know, I'm the man, this and that. She beat Ronda. And
And
then
Rick's daughter.
yeah. She said she figured that the McMahons would give Charlotte the tag team belts or something later on for feeling bad for her or something like that. And then
Yeah.
she's leaving, and then fucking Lacey Evans comes out, and I'm like, all
So
right.
traditional. Bum, bum.
When
So traditional.
when she came out, I'm like, all right, I know something's gonna happen. There's no way they're not gonna do the whole walk away thing. And they come out, they're like staring each other down, and Lacey Evans just gives her a good right hand to her Becky, knocks her down, started brawling this and that, and then she puts Becky trying to puts her in that
Disarmor.
disarmor. That's what it was. Yeah, and then she slips away. That's where they ended there, because I'm guessing Lacey Evans is gonna be challenging for those belts.
Or at least one of them.
At least one, yeah, one of them. Maybe two. Who knows? We don't know yet. I don't know what's going on with the belts. Then they announce Dean Ambrose, having his last match against Bobby Lashley. We see Charlie Caruso interviewing Rollins on why he accepted the challenge. Talking about that, oh, you come into my house and challenge me and insult me like that, Yeah, face the consequences. And then what was it? He knew Kingston was capable of A plus performance, and he would need another A plus performance tonight. Yeah, that's what he said. Something like that. Some in the words like that. And they walk away, and then we get
Something like that.
something like that. After that, we get Ricochet, Aleister Black versus Bobby Roode and Chad Gable.
Right.
And we get what happened in this match? I don't remember this match too well. It had so I really don't remember this match.
Well, it's like you saw as Rude and Gable were coming up that they were like, um, we're more hungry. We're like, we're gonna do whatever it takes to get ourselves back into the title picture and all this other stuff. So it's like they're gonna be more cutting edge and more like brute force. And then like they come out and it's so I'm like, all right, so are they turning heel? Like, are they gonna be heel together?
Yeah,
Like, that was like the vibe that I was getting like during that little promo. Um, like
I felt like
Ricochet like did a few different moves. Like, he did like a moonsault out onto Rude. Black did a double knee. Um,
Oh, I remember this one
to
too.
to Gable, like, um,
This is where also Ricochet uses a code breaker as a finisher now,
yeah.
which is interesting because actually I kind of like it now because he's not using that 630 flip thing, using it in every match.
Well,
Because I feel like he should be
I
saving that for
think
other bigger matches.
I think he took a huge bump on the one that he missed in
Oh, takeover, huh?
at Takeover,
I forgot about that.
and like hurt himself. So I think they like said, "Hey, like
Save
take
it
it
for the
easy, find something else." So he's using the code breaker.
which was interesting. That caught me for a surprise. I was like, what the hell? He's doing a code breaker
Yeah.
now. So, Aleister Black and Ricochet win that one. And then we get Elias backstage talking about his performance was interrupted by John Cena by his rapping, and then Elias said that he would go perform tonight and he would not get interrupted by anyone. Then we get the
Foreshadowing.
yeah. After that, we get the promo of that puppet vulture coming out of the box, which was weird.
Yeah, we're gonna.
I'm guessing it's
Yeah,
Bray Wyatt.
I'm assuming
Is that
that's
what that
who it
thing
is
was?
too.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Bray Wyatt. It's gotta
It,
be.
it looked like a zombified Mr. Sacco.
That was a vulture. I thought it was a chicken at first, but I guess people were saying it's a
Or a
vulture.
turkey.
That too. I
Or
thought it was a
turkey gobble
yeah.
gobble.
It's the turkey man.
But the laugh sounded like Bray. So
Yeah. I think I read that it's Bray coming out. I mean, it's his thing. Some sort of puppet master. I don't know. After
Good.
that, we
Gonna
get
be
Dean
interesting.
Ambrose versus Bobby Lashley.
oh Lord.
The match never happened, and we see Lashley cut a promo talking about Lashley told Ambrose not to worry because he was gonna take care of his wife when he's gone, which is like, what the fuck? What does that mean?
Yeah, like, and you don't normally see Bobby Lashley cutting that type of stuff.
Yeah, which was weird. Then Ambrose starts attacking him. They start fighting up the ramp. Ambrose does a DT. Then he starts clearing up the announcing table. And then I think he gets he gets speared by Lashley, and then he gets spine busted to the table. And people are chanting, "You still suck," which was funny. And also chanting, "Thank you, Ambrose." It was a bit, I don't know. It was weird because I thought they would have given him a match, but I guess they didn't give him a match, so it was whatever, I guess. Then we see backstage, Sami Zayn walking through the hall. People are cheering for that, and then we get another promo with Mojo Rawley, finally with his weird gimmick.
His broken face.
Yeah, which I don't know what's it about, but we'll have to see. And then I think Sami Zayn. Yeah, okay. About this time, we get Sami Zayn coming back. Man, this Raw's long. Jesus.
Yep.
Very.
I was just looking at this and like, holy moly. So yeah, we get Sami Zayn back, talking about he's happy to be. No, did he say he was happy to be back? I think he said he was happy to be back. That he's he's gonna he's open for anyone to challenge him tonight. And we see Finn Balor come out challenging Sami Zayn, and then we see him talking to the referee, and I guess he's telling them that he's gonna put the title up for title on the line. So it turns to
You're
Finn
gonna have an
Balor.
Intercontinental Championship match right now, and it's gonna be against the Undertaker, player.
Exactly.
Oh, Teddy Long's on Raw? Is it
Exactly.
Teddy Long's at the ring?
Teddy Long's on Raw.
So yeah, we get Finn Balor going against Sami Zayn for for the Intercontinental Championship. And then, we get some good back and forth. I liked this match. It was pretty good. Sammy fighting off with chops, and then he started clubbing Balor. Balor does a drop kick, double stomp on the chops of his own. Zayn blocks the chops, this and that, Does a Pele kick. Nice Pele kick, too. I like that one. And then Zayn does that Blue Thunder Bomb. Gets a near fall. Balor comes back, he does a Sling Blade, running drop kick. And then I think he avoids the coup de grace, uses the schoolboy. Zayn avoids the coup de grace. And then uses the schoolboy on him. And then later on, people are cheering. And then I think he does Zayn goes for the Helluva kick and then misses. Balor hits the coup de grace for the second time and he wins. 1, 2, 3. He retains the title. And then Balor.
Promo time.
Yep. Balor leaves. Sami Zayn is in the ring for a bit. And he grabs the mic, talking about that he came out tonight to see if he cured that what ailed him. But then he finds out that this actually reinforced what he realized over the past 9 months. That he generally seemed like the fans missed him, but Zayn did not miss any of this and any of the fans. And then he says, he tells his fans, he'll see you in hell.
Yeah. See you in hell.
I was like, damn, Zayn. I guess he's a heel. I think he left as a heel, so.
He left as a heel, yeah. It was him and KO together.
Yeah. So he leaves as a heel, which is. I like the see you in hell part. That was a good one. And then, I don't remember this backstage with Dana Brooke. But I guess she congratulates Lynch on becoming the champ.
I'm coming for ya.
Is that what she said?
Something like that.
Yeah, I think she wants to go after the title. Something
I
like
have
that.
no idea what the hell that was about.
I guess I missed it. I don't remember seeing that part. But I remember seeing the next part, which is Elias' promo. Coming out, doing his music stuff. Or was about to do the music stuff. Talking about, this time he's not going to get interrupted by no one, not Cena, not the McMahons. He's like, the next person who interrupts me is going to be a dead man. And boom. Gong, yeah. Lights go out, blue lights come up, and we get fucking Undertaker come back. Which was weird. I'm like, I thought this would have been perfect for WrestleMania, at least to get him in the Mania card, but I guess, Vince is over there still mad at Taker.
Wanted to go with Cena.
Yeah. I can see it as a new Taker.
Thugonomics Cena, not even normal Cena.
Yeah, which is interesting. That was weird. But yeah, people chanting Taker's gonna kill you. You see Elias, looks like Elias was gonna run away, but then he comes back, tries to attack Taker. Nope, he couldn't. Taker gives him a choke slam, tombstone. Then Taker does the cover, and people are counting 1, 2, 3, and then that's that. I'm guessing people. I was reading online that might be setting up the what's it called? Saudi show with Taker and Elias.
Huh.
Ew.
That's what I heard.
Why?
I don't know. They need shows. I mean, they need matches for the Saudi show. So after that, we finally get the Kofi versus Seth Rollins. I'm gonna cut to the chase. They wrestle for about 8 minutes, and it gets interrupted by the Bar. Out of all the people, the Bar comes out and interrupts this match. I was like,
literally not who I thought was gonna come out.
I know, same here. And then
So much like no build to that. Like it was just like, oh, it's the Bar. Like so anticlimactic.
yeah, I don't get why they're coming out. It's just coming out to mess things up. I don't know. So they come out. They get DQ'd. And then Rollins gets the mic, tells Kofi that they're gonna finish this match some other time. People start booing that, and then they challenge the Bar to the match. Then they had their match. It was it was an alright match. Kofi and Seth win, and then Kofi and Rollins fist bump each other. A bump fist, yeah, and then they're holding their titles up and this and that, and then that's how the show ends. What do you guys think? Oh, should we do the game actually first? I don't know if you guys remember all of the stuff that happened.
Let's see. All right, so this is the part of the show where we talk about what matches or match or what Kevin slept through. So Kevin usually falls asleep during Raw because it is 3 hours long, and
reading that.
And usually it's 3 hours long, and some of the stuff in Raw usually sucks. So I would fall asleep during it too, but I usually don't. And so we try to guess to see where he fell asleep, what matches, like what match did, or where did he fall asleep in, and where did he like wake up at. So
you guys gotta be
gonna
surprised
kick
on
us
this
off.
You gotta be surprised.
First off, you did fall asleep, right?
Yeah, I did. I fell asleep.
Okay. I think you fell asleep during. Was it only once?
Yeah.
Okay.
Only once.
You fell asleep during the.
I might have already spoiled a bit of it since I said. Oh no, I don't think I did. Never mind.
No, there was a promo where you said I had no idea where that would even happen, and I'm trying to figure out where that was.
I'll tell you that now. That one, it's not a promo. It was an actual match. That promo, I don't know why I don't remember that promo at all. I was so confused when I was reading that. I was like, did that promo happened? I might have fucking stepped away when that happened. So much happened.
Might have stepped away. I'm going to say that you fell asleep during the Dean Ambrose, Bobby Lashley stuff, and that's where you slept.
Oh, okay. All right. Ant-Man?
Ant-Man?
I was gonna say that you fell asleep during the Ricochet Black versus Rude and Gable match, but I mean that's what I was gonna say, but you said it's a little surprising.
It's a lot of surprises.
So I'm gonna say you fell asleep during the blah blah blah.
Blah, blah, blah. That's like most of Raw.
Yeah, right. 100%.
Someone invite Payback to the party.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the Zayn and Finn Balor match. I'm gonna say you fell asleep.
Oh, that was gonna be my second guess.
Zayn and Finn Balor match. Someone get Payback into the party? I want to ask him.
I got him.
Alright, let's see what he thinks. Alright, Aaron, Payback, we went over Raw. I'm not trying to guess where I fell asleep in.
Alright.
I don't know. I don't know if you have the matches on you.
During the tag match.
Tag match. Okay. Did they take out? You said that too, right?
No, I said the Bobby Lashley, Dean Ambrose stuff.
Oh, okay. What'd you say, man? Did you say this? No, you said the Sami Zayn and Finn Balor.
Yeah, I said Zayn and Finn Balor.
Let's see. Was anyone close? Okay, so, all right. Someone was kind of close. Not really. I fell asleep at the beginning of the Kofi and Seth Rollins match.
Wow. At the beginning.
It was like right before
no,
the bar
at
came
the
out.
end, the match. So the match part, like the main event of Raw, you fell asleep.
Yeah.
I fell asleep. It was like 5 minutes maybe. I fell asleep during that because I'm like, I know something's gonna happen. I know this match isn't gonna be that great if someone's gonna interfere. So I was like, might as well just do a quick 5 minute nap before something happens. And luckily, I woke up like almost right before the bar came out and attacked. And I was like, oh well, good thing. I think I should have said
That's
the whole thing.
that's interesting. You decide like, oh, a quick 5 minute nap when there was like clearly a good hour that you could have just been like, screw this, I'm gonna nap for a good hour.
It was the post Mania for Raw, so I'm like, something's gonna happen. Someone's gonna come out. Someone new. I don't know. Like, I had been awake the whole time, and I was like, I couldn't take it anymore. I'm gonna fall asleep real quick on this match.
Turned out it was the frickin' bar.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the bar. Goddamn. Why the bar? I don't get it. Why?
What a waste of a good match.
I know. I mean, we know once they say when it takes all, I was like, there's no way that someone's going to win all the titles. No way they unify it right now. It seemed too...
Yeah, but at least make the payoff of that match actually mean something besides like, now we're gonna go into the tag match against the bar.
Yeah. I don't know. That's definitely for you.
Do you guys know what got cut?
No, we... luckily, I saw you online, and I was about to tell you to... we were about to skip it, since you were in here. I think we all watched it live. I think we had, right? Takeover, you watched it live?
Oh yeah, I watched it live.
Hey, man, you watched it live?
Unfortunately.
Yeah, yeah. So no one saw Hulu. So you tell us. Oh, I mean, we tell you. You got the answer, right?
All right. Well, there was 3 matches that got cut.
3 matches.
I could probably tell you.
Full matches.
I could probably tell you.
Definitely the tag match.
Which one?
The Rude and Gable one.
Yeah.
Right.
I think the matches are Rude and Gable, Bailey and Alexa,
Yeah.
and Dean Ambrose and Bobby Lashley.
I was thinking the same thing, but I'm like, no way they cut that out of Hulu. I guess they could.
Yeah, because I mean, it really didn't have anything meaningful. Oof.
That's my guess.
Those are gonna be my guesses too. Because I was gonna say the Revival and Zack Ryder and Hawkins, but I mean that's actually a belts on the line, so I wouldn't think they cut that.
Yeah, I want to agree with them. There's no way I don't think they would cut anything else.
Yes, Kevin.
Yeah, Payback, what got cut? I think I agree with.
We all did the same thing. We all agreed on the same matches.
I think
Yeah.
we all agree with the same ones.
All right. Well,
All right, then. Oh, there he goes. Now we got to find out.
Well, now we know.
Never gonna find
We
out.
put those guesses
All right.
in, and it's up to the audience to tell us if we got that right.
Audience, if you want to check out the Hulu version of the April 8th Raw, and then tell us what actually got cut from that in comparison to the live, you can send a Twitter DM to to Botched Finish.
We'll
Send a
read
Twitter
it.
DM. We'll read it. We'll read it live on the show next week about last week.
Tune in next week.
Tune in next week to find out the answer to that.
Someone get it back in here. Well, I'm going to go real quick on SmackDown since he's not here right now. But,
Yeah, Teddy Long, player.
Teddy Long comes up. No, I'm just joking. We start the show off with Someone invite him real quick. Set the show off with
Yeah, I got him.
New Day celebrating Kofi's win. Okay, he's back. Damn it. New Day celebrating Kofi's win. They're all happy. Pancakes on the four corners of the ring. We get
Heck yeah. Did
the
he
bar.
did he throw any of the pancakes?
I don't think so. I don't think they had any
So
when they were coming down the ramp. I got disconnected again. I don't know what's going on with them.
All right, let's keep.
I'll keep going.
keep going.
Bar comes out.
Hulk Hogan is picking us off.
Bar comes out.
Hit him with a chair.
No. Saying they took credit for having Kofi keep the title during that they want to take all match at Raw. And they said they challenged New Day to a 6-man tag match. And Big E notices that their math is wrong because there's only 2 of them, 3 of them, and then they're like, "Oh, we made a friend at Raw," and then they introduced Drew McIntyre, and I was like, "What the hell, Drew McIntyre? Are they gonna make the League of Nations again? What's going on?"
All right. So what did I say before my internet went out?
You just said nothing. You gotta say the answer.
You're
about to say the answer.
You're gonna say the answer, but you didn't say it.
Yeah,
All right.
And now we
so
started
the,
talking about SmackDown.
but yeah, go
So the
ahead.
matches, real quick, were Bliss and Bailey,
Okay, that was awesome. That was short.
Gabriel and Rude versus Black and Ricochet, both of which you got correct. And the third match is Hawkins and Ryder versus the Revival.
Dude, I didn't think they would have done it. I don't think they would have done it.
I gave
Wow.
Ant-Man 1 point for mentioning the last one.
I think they would have done it.
Hooray!
But,
All right.
So
That's what got cut in Raw. Now back to your regularly scheduled programming of
SmackDown.
SmackDown. Kevin, take it away.
So so Drew McIntyre is teaming up with the Bar for the match later tonight. Later that night, not tonight. You know what I mean. So after that, we get a match with Aleister Black, Ricochet, and Ali against Shinsuke Nakamura, Rusev, and Andrade with Selena Vega. Oh, and Rusev at Lana as well. So
Yep.
this was that was a pretty good match. I liked it. We see Ricochet doing his high spot moves. He does net breakers. Now, Black nails Rusev with the knee, and Ricochet catches him with the drop kick. Then Rusev and the other guys roll out to the ring. And then we get that Aleister Black, what is it called? That tease dive, I think it does, where he hits the ropes, does a flip, and he sits down, and then they all sit down. Ali and Ricochet sit down next to him, which was pretty cool. And we get Rusev attack going against Ali for a bit. Bear hug. Ali fights back with the DDT. Black gets the hot tag, runs wild, hits him with the moonsault on Andrade, but Nakamura and Rusev break it up. And then Ricochet hits the moonsault to the floor off the barricade on Rusev. And then in the ring, Vega distracting Black and Andrade. He's distracting Black, and Andrade gets the roll up on him, a near fall. Then the finish came when Ali hit a reverse Hurricanrana on Andrade and hit a 450 splash for the win. So the Aleister Black, Ricochet, and Ali win. And then we get
Things will get crazy.
and then we get they're all celebrating, and then out of nowhere, Randy Orton just RKO's Ali. I don't know what reason, but he does it, which is weird. Then Randy leaves, and then Rusev's on the ring. I think he was about to tag Ali. I think Kevin Owens comes out of nowhere, and he Stone Cold Stunners Rusev, and he leaves. I was like, what's going on? I'm like, who else is coming out? I was like, is Sami Zayn gonna come out too? What the hell? It was crazy. And then we get a backstage interview with the Usos. They're congratulating, Kofi for the win. And they have, they said tonight they're going to go against, or they're going to defeat the Hardys to retain the titles, this and that. And then we cut to R-Truth and Carmella in the ring. R-Truth mentions that Becky is the Raw and SmackDown Women's Champion. Carmella points out that Kofi is the WWE Champion. Sorry. Then Truth says that Carmella defeated Andre the Giant in the Battle Royal. Then Carmella tries to correct him, but Truth, he doesn't understand, like he always does, which was funny. Carmella points out that she won the SmackDown Championship last year. Then she lost it, and then she said she lost the title, but then Truth helped her, and then she gained a friend after the whole loss and everything. And then, Samoa Joe comes out.
Joe.
Were they gonna have a match, or was she just gonna fight him? Just attack him?
He was just gonna attack him. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so, comes out, attacks Truth, gets him in the coquina clutch, and then he throws Truth out, and he promised to defeat any superstar. He does a little promo, and then we hear Braun Strowman's music hit, and Braun Strowman comes out and starts brawling. Yeah, starts brawling with Joe, and I was like, "What's going on? Is everyone really just mixing it up before the shakeup?" So we get Joe do a coquina clutch onto Strowman, but then Strowman fights back. He gets Joe onto a power slam, but then he doesn't pull it off because Joe slips out and he leaves the ring. And then, Strowman, celebrating for whatever reason, posing. And then we get that...
honestly looked like a botch. That, like, Braun, like, wasn't even able to, like, keep Joe on his shoulder. That's what it looked like.
That's what I thought, too. I thought... Yeah. I'm like, is Braun Strowman really struggling with this? What's going on?
Yeah, and then Joe rolls out of the ring. And I'm like, did they just screw that up? Like, was Braun supposed to power slam him and, like, leave the ring celebrating? Or, like...
Maybe...
Or was it supposed to be, like, them both ending strong because, like,
I think it's supposed to...
Joe, like, slipped away.
I think they were supposed to end strong, except, I don't know, him trying to lift him up looked weird. I thought they were trying to say that Joe weighed a lot. But I'm like, no, he doesn't weigh that much. Which was weird. But I guess he wasn't supposed to do this power slam. That would have been taking a lot of heat off of Joe if that happened. But yeah, Strowman posing in the ring. And then gets on the stage, and then the new women's tag team champions come out. The Iconics. And they're over there in the ring. They're talking about, they know that they have to keep a promise, that they have to keep up the whole fighting. They're fighting champions. And so they introduce these two jobbers, tag team people, that are called the Brooklyn Bells. They said that they were undefeated. I don't know what their score was. It was like 45-0 or something like that. And they have a match with them. It was pretty much it wasn't that much of a squash match since they actually wrestled a bit. But
yeah, but it pretty much was squash.
Because Iconics win. They retain their titles. Not surprising. But what's surprising is we see Paige in the back looking at the match, and then, he got the interviewer saying that why she's, what is she doing here? Then Paige is like, oh, I promise that next week I'm going to have a tag team to challenge the Iconics for next week. So, interesting, because I don't know who this tag team can be. I hope it's someone new, like from NXT. I hope it's not someone we've seen in the main roster.
Mm-hmm.
But who knows? Then we see, okay, we get the weird segment with Shane McMahon, being best in
Yeah.
the world, talking about he got a black eye from Mrs. Dad, which is
The
I didn't.
freaking
That was weird. I'm like,
did Mrs. Dad actually punch him? I didn't remember that from the match.
he did punch him, but I didn't think it would have gave him a black eye, which was weird. But yeah, he has his trophy on the ring. Talking about he talks about the WrestleMania moments, big WrestleMania moments. He claims that everyone watched WrestleMania to see him defeat Miz. He said Miz isn't even here at the show because he's tending to his father. Even though I think they said Miz was gonna be in the show, then I guess he never was. And then he gets the announcer to say he's the greatest in the world. People were chanting CM Punk. And then what did he say to the fans?
He goes, Psh, please.
Oh, yeah, that's what it was. Peace, please. And then he gets Greg Hamilton, to do the whole announce him that he's the greatest in the world, which is weird because then he starts like,
So weird.
yeah, he starts pulling on his collar and tie, kept dragging him to the stage, which was weird. I don't get what he was gonna do, but he finally gets it right, and then he lets him go. And then that was that. That was it for Shane, which is just weird. And then we get Hardys against Usos. Usos in the Usos sent Matt to the floor, whip him to the barricade. Then they have Matt by himself on the side of the ring. Then Jeff Jeff gets control, and then starts fighting Jay. Then Jimmy missed a whisper in the wind. Jeff hits his own close near fall. And the Hardys, Hardys hit the poetry in motion. Matt hit the side effect for a 2 count. Matt went to the twist of fate, but Jimmy countered it with the super kick. Then Jimmy hit a huge splash on Jeff for a near fall. Then Usos missed a double splash. Matt hit Jimmy with the twist of fate. Jeff hit him with the Swanton bomb, and 1, 2, 3, they win the tag championships for, I don't know, the 6th time, something like that. I don't know.
No, it's like 8.
8?
Yeah, I think it was 8.
Did they count the separate titles as I guess they do. But this is their first SmackDown Tag Championships, right? I don't think they ever won it before.
Yes.
Except for Matt, I think. Or did he win the Raw with Bray?
He won the Raw with Bray.
Oh, okay. So they pretty much won both championships, Jeff and Matt. So then,
Stop there.
yeah, we get the interviewer. Who was it? I missed it. Kayla Braxton. She was about to interview Matt and Jeff, and then we get that song hit, and it's freaking Lars Sullivan again. And I was like, what the hell? Lars is coming out here too? And he just destroys both Matt and Jeff. Beats them down, and then does a diving headbutt to Matt, and that was it. I was like, what the hell? Like, why would they just destroy Matt and Jeff after that match? It didn't seem right.
I think they're trying to set up Lars as, because he only targeted Angle yesterday or on Raw,
Yeah.
and he only targeted Jeff and Matt on SmackDown. So it's like,
Is he a new
could
Legend
he
Killer?
be a new Legend Killer? Yeah.
We'll have to see. We'll see what happens in the shakeup. Maybe text any of the other legends. But that was weird. And then
Yeah, it was.
where am I at? Becky Lynch
Becky
comes out.
Lynch.
Yeah, Becky Lynch comes out. Chanting. They're all chanting Becky 2 belts. And they show.
Becky 2 belts.
They show what happened with Lacey Evans. Lynch noted that she has 2 huge targets. since she has both belts, and she has to pull double duty, and she will walk through hell to win the titles. She will take all the challenges, and then suddenly Evans jumped Lynch. Oh, she did? I don't remember this. Suddenly Evans jumped Lynch.
So Becky was walking to the back. She like turned back towards back towards the crowd, and she turned around and ran right into another right hand from Lacey Evans. And this time Becky Lynch like actually sold it.
Oh yeah,
before she didn't really.
Yeah, she did sold the first one. I don't remember that at all. That was weird.
Because that's like Lacey Evans' supposed finisher is the woman's right, you know. So.
So that's gonna continue on, and then we get that final match of the night: New Day versus The Bar and Drew McIntyre. And then when the match kind of starts a bit, and then
weird stuff here.
Yeah, Sami Zayn comes out. He's about to say something, and he says, "You guys aren't worth it," and he just walks off. And I was like, "What the hell? Is he gonna be like the new Lacey Evans, or what's going on?" And then we get New Day going against Sheamus and Cesaro and McIntyre. You know, Cesaro attacking Woods from behind before the ref gains back control. McIntyre drops Woods face first on the table. Oh yeah, that looked really nasty. He did the face first to the table, and then they go back, and Big E gets a hot tag, catches Cesaro with the suplex. Big E then goes for a spear, but got caught with the knee. Sheamus made a blind tag, and he sets up the bro kick. But then Big E rocked him with the clothesline. Then Kingston hits a splash on Sheamus, followed up with a dive on Cesaro. And Kingston went with Trouble in Paradise and catches Sheamus, and then 1, 2, 3, he wins the match, and they all celebrating with his wife and kids. And then that's how the show ends.
Here's the deal with that match. In the middle of it, Drew McIntyre stood up, walked out through the crowd in the side, and like left.
So I heard what happened on why this happened.
Did y'all also hear about Big E?
Yeah, I'll cover that in the news. Yeah.
I'm assuming it happened during this match because there's a spot where I think it was Cesaro did a crossbody, and I was like, yep, that's where it happened.
I thought that would have happened in a house show since it just came out today. Right? It was today, right? I think the news came out today.
Might have been today.
It might have been today.
I thought it would have been a house show, but yeah. But Drew left because WWE told them to leave the match because they didn't want Drew to look weak because they were gonna lose anyways. So yeah, that's why he just left.
Oh, so was that the legit reason?
Yeah, they told him to leave. That way he didn't look weak because they're trying to put him over.
Wow.
But then yeah, when I heard about that, I was like, then why put him in the match? Why not put someone else?
Exactly. Yeah.
Just for the superstar shakeup crap.
Yeah, that was weird. Yeah, because I thought he would have gotten injured, but no, he wasn't injured. So that was SmackDown. SmackDown Live. I don't know if you guys want to talk about the shakeup real quick or what.
I mean, for me, the highlight from SmackDown, I guess.
Highlights even. I forgot about that.
Like, I really liked the Usos versus the Hardys was a fun match to see those two tag teams go against each other.
Yeah.
But like the Aleister Black, Ricochet, and Ali versus Rusev, Shinsuke, and Andrade was probably my favorite. I thought that match just was really good. Ali and Aleister and Ricochet just have really good chemistry with one another.
Yeah, that was a good match. I like that match.
And like I loved the part where Andrade was facing against Aleister because like it just brought back all the NXT feels.
And they had to go back and forth for a bit.
Yeah. So that was probably my highlight. Uh, Probably like a low. Um, I mean the New Day stuff at the end.
You didn't like that one too much?
Like, I wasn't like a huge fan of it. I just wasn't a huge fan of let's bring all the Raw superstars over on the SmackDown to like promote the shakeup thing. But like yesterday or on Monday, Monday Night Raw, it made sense to have the New Day there, but like there was nobody else that was like on like superstar shakeup stuff. Really. Like there wasn't a lot of like SmackDown people other besides the New Day, right?
Um,
On Monday Night Raw.
I think it was just New Day.
So like I just wasn't a big fan of like them like trying to get over the superstar shakeup when like you didn't have to. All you have to say is that, oh yeah, like superstar shakeup's next week. Like these people could be here, could not be there. Like you don't need them all to like pop over to SmackDown.
Yeah.
It just didn't really make sense to me why they did that. Um, Overall, I'd give the show probably like a, I don't know, kind of like the bar symbol with the thumb.
What'd you give Raw? I don't remember.
I don't even think we did rankings for Raw, but I would give that a bar as well.
Oh yeah, we didn't. I have to do the same thing with. I have the same opinions with you, Tagato. I didn't like. I mean, not with the bar New Day. I didn't really like the Iconics match, just because it was just a nothing match, I guess. And then I did like the Hardys and Usos. That was a good one. Other than that, oh, and then Ricochet and Aleister Black. I like that too. Those were two good matches. Other than that, the show was good. I liked it. I give it a B. A B. C for Raw. Yeah, that's what I give it. What about you, man?
Pretty much exactly what Tay said. But I thought SmackDown was basically a 2-hour version of Raw, where it just had like a little bit of sprinkled in stuff that was really good, like the Usos and Hardys match, and that 6-man tag match. Even though there was like no story or anything involved in it, just match wise, it was good. And then I still have that problem too that Tay was saying about the way that they're advertising and talking about the superstar shakeup. I think like over the past years, they would just like say it like little commercial bits or doing an announcement on a promo that like, yeah, the superstar shakeup's next week. But these shows this week are just tying up loose ends and closing out stories. Where this week with these superstar shakeup, the way that they're doing it, it's just like throwing everybody on all these shows, mixing up stories, bringing in people where I don't even know where the hell they're gonna go. Uh, like I understand what they were trying to pull off. It was just way too much, too convoluted to the point where I was like, okay, it just feels like a clusterfuck. Like both shows were just felt like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it felt like. So
It was a garbage. It was a definition of a garbage truck on fire.
yeah, it was wacky, just wacky, for me at least. That's what I think. So what do you think? Emin, good, bad? What's your rating?
Average. I'd say Raw was a C minus. I'd say SmackDown was a C just because of the Hardys and Usos.
Hmm.
Okay. Payback. Do you agree with Tagato? Like we all do,
I
apparently.
kind of like that. I like the way that Shane McMahon wasted 15 minutes of the programming, but that's just
Oh,
me.
yeah.
Here's
I mean, it was a weird
Shane.
thing.
Shane, go out there and fill some time, Shane.
We did only have 4 matches, so
God damn it, Greg Hamilton.
We did have Phil Town.
God damn it,
Greg
Hamilton.
Any favorite match ratings? What do you think?
I missed like 2 matches in the middle there, but honestly, the only really good match was the Hardy match. From what I saw, I mean, overall, I just give it like maybe 3 stars. And Raw was like maybe 2.5.
2.5. Damn. All right. So that was our
Yeah.
SmackDown and Raw recap. I don't know. You guys want to talk shake up? I mean, it's not really much we can talk about because we don't know what's gonna happen.
I mean, it happens next week. I don't know who gets shaken up. Do you think it's all the people that kind of like had
Appearances.
somewhat like appearances? Like you think Drew like goes to SmackDown and then like Randy and Kevin Owens
Raw.
go to Raw, maybe Finn
No.
goes to Raw or goes to SmackDown, you know?
So the thing is, I wonder if they're gonna still make Raw the A show, or make SmackDown the A show.
With SmackDown going to Fox.
Yeah, because I was thinking they could just keep it the same as Raw as the A show, and then have another shakeup near the Switch. Because sometimes they do
Yeah,
two
they could.
shakeups in one year. I don't think they did it last year though. But yeah,
No, they did one.
so I don't know. I wonder if the championships. I don't think the champions are gonna move. I don't think they're gonna split anyone up. I don't know. It's a weird one. What do you guys think? Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see.
Hey man,
I think it's a farce. I think everyone they're putting to other shows is a farce to throw you off the trail.
You think they're not gonna move then?
Baron
Not the people
Corbin's
that are
going to NXT.
jumping.
Yeah. What do you think, hey man?
I definitely think it's gonna be people though.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, who else is gonna be? The chairs are gonna move.
The chairs.
They're gonna put Greg
Raw's
into
gonna
205
become
Live
blue.
so we can finally get rid of him. Please.
Who, Corey Graves? You said?
Yeah.
He used to be at one show. Now he's at 2. I forgot why. Someone had to like bail out. Oh, it was JBL. That's why. And he had to take both shows. But yeah. What do you think, man? Shake up.
I mean, I don't know. I really like the rosters of how SmackDown's roster and Raw's roster was. I think a lot of the issues that they would have were like the past years were like, okay, clearly like SmackDown has talent issues, and then they fixed that over last year's Superstar Shakeup. So this year's, I'm like, I don't know. I guess the talent balance is there. It's just a matter of just like, let's just switch faces around, but keep the talent wise balance. But I think this shakeup, what they really, really, really need to fix is both shows tag team divisions. They really need to focus on that in this shakeup, and then story wise and writer wise, figure out where they want to take those divisions, because I think everything else is fine. The women's division is fine. The men's division is fine. As far as the mid card and main event caliber talent, it's just a matter of like, do you want to switch different faces around, but keep the talent balance?
I mean, is the women's division really fine? Because Becky has 2 belts, and we don't know what's going on with any of
Not
them.
on SmackDown.
Well, yeah, I mean, story wise with that, I mean, I don't know. I don't even know where they were gonna go with that to begin with. So that's already a clusterfuck as it is.
It's weird. I don't know why they did that.
Yeah, and then you got the tag team division with the women now. So
that
that's
takes up
just
yeah, that takes up so many
yeah.
women,
I
to
think
like
the women's division on both shows is just already a tornado as it is because of what they're doing with just the titles alone. So even with the shakeup, there's not much they could do.
I feel like
yeah, I just think they need to call some people up. They need to get some more women up in there to fill out the rosters because they have a women's mid card now with the tag titles and a women's like main event. So like they need more women or at least another tag team, which it looks like they're doing with Paige. Like they're bringing up a tag team, but like just bring in some more people to like fill that out so they can actually have like a solid main event. Because like, what are they gonna build? What are they gonna build with the titles now? Like Becky versus Dana Brooke.
I feel like they should just unify the titles, the women's titles. That way they don't have to bring anyone up. I mean, then you can combine both women's roster from Raw and SmackDown, and then you have enough
Yeah.
for opponents,
I
stories, and
think
this and
until we
that.
get I think we until we get a clear idea of what their plan is with the women's division entirely, it's just hard to say. Because I mean, I agree that you
Yeah.
can call up more women, but like, are you gonna do a month or 2 months of Becky defending her titles on Raw while the SmackDown has the tag team division, and then kind of switch it up after a month or two to where like, oh, okay, now the tag titles are on a Raw team, and they'll defend it on there for a good month while Becky goes to SmackDown and defends it. I don't know. Until we figure out like
Yeah.
their game plan, it's really hard to say.
Yeah, it's interesting. We'll see. Maybe they'll say something about it in the shakeup, but until then,
Maybe. All right, and I think the shakeup's gonna like tell you a lot about things that they are like planning on doing or thinking about doing.
oh yeah,
Like it better like I think it should be some like good names, I think.
Right. I think
That
a
would
big one that you
switch.
can move to SmackDown to at least have here's our paper or not paper champ, poster boy of Raw and our poster boy of SmackDown is you move Roman to SmackDown. That way you
yeah.
got poster boy champ being Seth on Raw, and then the poster champ for SmackDown be Roman.
Yeah, I've seen for a long time that there was speculation that AJ's gonna move from SmackDown to Raw too.
There's a report though.
Now's the time to do it too, because he's got nothing going on.
There's a report having the
Yeah.
club reunite. So rumors. Who knows?
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
But yeah, that's the shakeup. That's what we think.
The shakeup.
Time for the NXT report. NXT report brought to you by Takeover.
Welcome to the NXT recap. It's for April 10th. Or was it yesterday? Yeah, is it 2 days ago now? Yeah, April
What day
10th
is
or
it?
a day ago. Oh gosh. Okay, whatever. It's really late at night, people. Um, it's the post takeover episode, so that means it was taped at Takeover New York in Brooklyn at the Barclays Center. They usually put these matches on. I think it's normally before all the takeover matches, right? Like they usually have these going. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, they usually have these taped before the takeover. So the matches that we had, the first match that happened was Candice LeRae versus Aaliyah. Um, Basically, what ended up happening was that like Aaliyah is showing some more improvement. Her ring work is a little bit smoother. Um, Sometimes she's lacking the choppiness of her matches. Like when she was been there for a while, but she's been in NXT in the developmental for 5 years now. Um, and so we'll see if this is like the thing that she needs here. She's not the greatest wrestler in the world, but like if she has like she could, yeah, I don't know. She's not that great. It was pretty forgettable. But Candice LeRae comes in and like puts on a few different things, or a few different moves, like one spot, I think. But overall, it was a pretty forgettable match, and Candice LeRae pulls out the victory there. After that point, Velveteen Dream was cutting a promo at WrestleMania, so he had his cell phone out and he was taking a video of himself, and he's on the ramp coming back. Um, and he starts talking trash to Buddy Murphy, who's coming back um, into backstage after his Cruiserweight Championship match where he lost. And Dream is cutting a promo on him saying that he sucks, he's not a show stealer, that kind of stuff. And so like it's interesting to see because he's cutting a promo on him and you're like, oh my gosh, like are they gonna start a feud? Like he's on 205 Live, like Velveteen Dream's on NXT, like interesting like that. And then later on in the show you do see that next week on NXT that you will get Velveteen Dream versus Buddy Murphy for the NXT North American Championship. So that'll be happening next week. And yeah, I get that they did tapings, and yeah, I get that there are spoilers that are out there, but I'm not watching it, and because I want to get it live.
That's how
I want to
spoilers.
have the live reacts.
Want me to tell you what happens?
No, I don't. Um, Then after that promo, we had Jackson Reichert, who is just a yoked human being, and we will continue to talk about him
He's,
whenever he comes on.
he's fucking
He
yoked.
is just he is just a he is a large human being out there, um, and he's out there, and him and Danny Burch have a decent match. Danny Burch is just putting on good things against him. Um, Oni Lorcan tried to like stop Cutler and the other guys from the other Forgotten Sons to come in, but like Riker pretty much like looked really dominant in here. Um, and he basically dominated and picked up the win. And afterwards, Riker tries to attack Danny Burch, but Oni Lorcan intervenes, and then the rest of the Forgotten Sons come in, and they Danny Burch and Oni Lorcan just get beat down by the Forgotten Sons, and then their music plays. Do unto others.
That's how it is. That's how it goes.
Yep, absolutely how it goes. Uh, I think this is gonna set up. It might set up the between like a little bit of a feud between the Brit Am Brawlers, I think is what they're calling themselves, and then the Forgotten Sons. So maybe they'll have like a little bit of a tag feud after this. Because last week it was Oni Lorcan versus Jackson Riker. Then after this match, it was an interview at TakeOver with Shayna Baszler. She's claiming that she's never phased and she's never going to lose the title. And I'm like, all right.
Well, you know she's gonna lose the
That's
title
because, like, she's like, I'm never gonna lose the title. And I'm like, the only reason you have the title is because your friends Ding and Dong aren't that great in the ring and they need a lot more time in the PC. After that, we get another I think the next thing there it says is that Pete Dunne was then brought back. They did a little like thing about showing the NXT or the UK WWE UK Championship match with him and Walter, and he was interviewed afterwards, and you like see the like deep red like welts that are on his chest from like Walter's chops, and he's like, oh yeah, there's definitely gonna be a rematch, and I'm like, awesome, like love that. After that point, they do more. They do more the recapping of Takeover, and they show the whole Gargano Adam Cole match, and then afterwards they see an exclusive of Adam Cole being frustrated after the loss. He's taking out the frustration on the rest of on the rest of the Undisputed Era. He specifically calls out Roderick Strong here, saying like, "What the hell were you thinking? What were you doing?" Um, and so
What did you do
it'll
wrong?
be interesting to see. I don't know. Adam Cole called him out, and then he um, will be doing that. So um, maybe we'll be jumping back to how they might like they might see some dissension within the Undisputed Era. Um, Granted, because the Undisputed Era has had like a really long, like a little bit of has been on a losing streak as of late. All the members. And then the last match that happened after that promo was the Street Profits versus the European Union, who is Fabian Eichner and Marcel Bartel. Um, I love the Street Profits, man. They're just fun. They're just so much fun.
Street Profits.
Um,
Yeah.
um, it's like pretty much just a really great match between them. It's just kind of just fodder. It's like a 7 minute match, I think, not even. And the Profits pick up the win pretty handedly. And Morrow the whole time is trying to put over like that the Street Profits are so much more aggressive um, and all these type of things. So that's kind of how it ended. It's just the typical. It's just the typical after takeover
Street Profits won?
NXT. So Street Profits did win. Yep.
Okay.
So it's like their first It's like their first win in a while. I think that we've seen them. Like they lost in the Dusty Cup, in the Dusty Classic, and then I think they lost them. They were on a takeover post show type thing on the last takeover, I think too. But we don't see them very much on TV on NXT programming. But yeah, so that was NXT.
Is there?
I think for me, say what?
Oh no, go for it. I was gonna say, is there one match you think we should watch out of this takeover? Not takeover, the NXT show.
One match you should
There's
watch.
3 matches, so I don't know.
There's 3 matches. I would say watch the Street Profits, Fabian Eichner and versus Fabian Eichner and Marcel Bartel. They do some cool stuff. It's a shorter match, so you could pretty much like cram it in before you went to bed, really.
Alright.
But like that's the one match that I would say like watch, unless you just want to watch Jackson Riker like beat the hell out of Danny Burch and like spit all over his beard.
I don't know. I don't know. I want to see that. I'll take a look at it.
Yeah, I'm gonna give this like a slightly thumbs down grade for the show. Like it's the typical after takeover show where they like get back to tapings and stuff, but they basically just went over everything that happened in the takeover, and like I'm not a huge fan of that.
Alright. So that's the NXT report. Now, hold on. Let me see if he's around. For what we usually get is the New Japan report
Yay.
from Omega. Let's see if he can give me what's going on there. We did see the G1
Omega.
Supercard with them. So I wonder if he's going to talk about that. Let's see what's going to... Alright, here we go. Hold on. Hello? Omega?
How's it going, champ?
How's it going, dude? Tell us what's going on, dude. What's going on in Japan? We just saw the G1.
I know you saw the G1. That was the greatest thing that happened that weekend.
I don't know. That NXT TakeOver was pretty good, but yeah. Forget about
It
that.
was good, but it wasn't iconic. It wasn't great. It wasn't G1.
I don't.
Those Ring of Honor guys, they were there too. Yeah.
Yeah, they were. That Bully Ray match wasn't that great. We talked about that.
Bully.
Yeah, but we got to see Flip Gordon come back. We got to see a whole bunch of title changes. We got to see Dalton Castle lose in 5 seconds.
Now, is that a good thing or a bad thing? He lost in 5 seconds.
He lost the boys. That's a bad thing.
yeah, I forgot about that.
It's always the bad thing when you lose the boys.
He did lose the boys.
But Dragon Lee's the junior IWGP heavyweight champion, or junior heavyweight, whichever.
One of those two, yeah. And
But
then,
maybe Rush might take the Ring of Honor belt.
you think?
Maybe they might do some things, man. They might do some stuff. I know.
It's gonna be
It might
exciting.
be a Los Ingobernables Civil War between Rush and Naito. We might see that.
Oh,
Love to see that. But I love seeing Okada get the title back in the Garden of all places.
yeah, that was
What do you think
amazing.
about that, Kevin?
That was amazing. 3 Rainmakers on Jay White, and I can't believe he kicked out of those 2.
No one can believe that.
No, I can't believe it. Also,
It's almost as crazy as Matt Taven winning the title. No one believed that. I thought it was going to Marty for sure.
I thought that too. I thought Jay Lethal was going to
Brought
retain
out
it.
the purple ladder.
He did, yeah. Tagada said he brought the purple ladder.
He brought out the purple ladder, man.
I mean, he's going to win.
That's the way. That's the winner right there.
Yep, it is. So, and then we saw Naito and Ibushi just killing each other.
Oh, we saw Naito and Ibushi just perform one of the greatest matches.
So you
Maybe
like
in front of some ungrateful people, but
grateful
match.
people. So you like that match better than Okada, or what's going on?
oh yeah, that was the match of the night. That was a show stealer. If that would have been for the heavyweight title, that would have been the match of the night. But it was for the Intercontinental title, and it's still it made that title even more iconic. Now that Ibushi has it.
Iconic. He's bringing that up. He's bringing that word up a lot.
Yeah, iconics. Yeah.
You seen them win the tag team titles.
I did. Wasn't happy, but all right, they can have it, I guess.
Oh yeah, they can have it.
They can have it. So tell us.
Take them on a date.
Okay.
More about dates, Kevin.
Tell us what's happening after G1 then. What's coming up for New Japan?
Dude, road to Dotaku.
Del Taco? All right, yeah. Tell me more
Del
about.
Taco.
Del Tacos.
New Japan
Del
is-
Taco.
They speak for themselves, man. They put on classic matches without even trying. It looks like.
I heard they already set up some matches, right? How many? Any crazy matches you see? I don't know if you saw that.
I seen a few. I think we're talking about the same one, but I want to talk about a different match, Kevin.
Okay, is it New Japan related?
June 8th, 2019. NXT San Jose.
Oh, okay, yeah. I might be
Ooh.
going
Calling
that.
you out, big dog.
Calling me out?
Whether it's in the parking lot, in your backyard, in the hotel Tagado's going to be staying in.
Tagada's gonna be staying in a hotel?
Say
It's going
what?
to be over for you, Kevin.
Oh,
The ace is going to get replaced by the
Ooh.
R.I.P.
I mean, I don't want to, talk about this here. I don't want Bear to see you. Come on, so just get on with the New Japan report.
Bring your wrestling, your little 2-year stud in high school. Yeah, I looked you up.
That was more than 2 years. All right,
State.
2 years.
You didn't go to state.
that was 3 years.
You don't capitalize. You don't get the job done, Kevin. And you're gonna find
He's
out
cutting a
2 days
promo on you, Kevin.
who the real big dog is. Comprende?
Dude,
Sabes?
You
It's like a
stop.
turd.
I was so
How long
not.
have we known each other, Kevin?
I'm so not
Since
prepared for
2013?
this.
Your little chavalita.
What are you talking about? So,
Wow.
all right, before
He's
we
cutting a promo on it.
before we end this, anything else from Japan before I just show you?
I'll see you in the Japan Dome.
All right then. That's well, that's it for
That's,
Omega.
As the New Japan report. Apparently, he's feeling much better after the chair shot from Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't forget to mention that. I should,
Got the report and then got a challenge right off the bat.
Cut a promo on you,
I was
Kevin.
not expecting that. I was not expecting that.
He got you. He got you good. Called you out in San Jose.
Shit. He's not gonna make it. I'll make sure he doesn't make it. He might have an accident what the vehicle he's in. So he better watch out for that.
Ooh.
You gonna blow up his limousine?
Like Vince McMahon.
I might just
You gonna pull
pull
up
off
Vince McMahon?
the back tires of the limo.
Oh, okay, Braun.
But yeah, that's a New Japan report. I forgot what he said, but yep, it's exciting stuff happening in Japan. So let's just end it off with the news with Payback, since we know.
News.
Go ahead, Tagato.
Do you got some? Okay, I pulled up some stories that I saw that were really interesting. So apparently there was a lot of rumor and talk that AJ Styles was dealing with an injury following his match at WrestleMania against Randy Orton, but apparently he's saying it's nothing too severe. Also, let's just throw this out here. It says that Styles provided the update while he was streaming PUBG on Mixer. So if you want to go see AJ Styles, if AJ Styles is playing PUBG on Mixer, go give him a shout out there. He said he sprained his SI joint during the top rope soup. I don't know what an SI joint is. That's what he said, though. During the top rope suplex spot in the match, he said it's nothing too severe. I just need the muscles to ease up, and he needs to treat the sprain. Didn't break anything. Just looks good. Looks good from there. So apparently things aren't as bad with AJ there in that Mania match. Another injury, though, report coming in from the WWE is that Big E is going to be dealing with and is dealing with a meniscus injury. This is coming from his Twitter. He gave it in a haiku, and I will read it to you right now.
Go for it.
Making mincemeat of my meniscus. Crossbody cooked the cartilage. Bye for a bit. Wow, that was just beautiful. That was beautiful. Sources are. Yeah, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna miss Big E. He's super entertaining in the ring. But sources are telling. This is from Pro Wrestling Sheet. That Big E is getting his knee scoped, and he could be out of action for around 6 weeks. So it's going to be interesting to see if he'll be used on TV at all while he's recovering. But he will be out for around 6 weeks there with his meniscus. So that could be a big blow there for the New Day, especially if they're doing things with the Superstar Shakeup with them, and if they were going to have them be a tag team, him and Woods doing tag team stuff. Like, if he's injured, he's not going to be able to do that.
You think he?
So that's the injury stuff. But what were you gonna say, Kev?
I said you think he tore that meniscus when he did the splits? Because he never got injured before until he did the splits. So.
No, I don't know. It was the splits. He said it was the crossbody, and I think Ant-Man mentioned that earlier, where it was where Cesaro tried to do a crossbody on him, right? And then he
I don't know about that.
Got his knee all towed up.
He's been doing that crossbody forever, but the splits he just started doing, so who knows?
We got a few more stories here from the WWE. We got some details talking about Road Dogg. Road Dogg is transitioning into a different role within WWE now. He will no longer be the head writer of SmackDown. And so we saw that report coming out earlier that Brian James, Road Dogg, will no longer be the head writer of SmackDown. But we have an update on the story that he is not going to be leaving the company. Sources are telling, this is ProWrestlingSheet.com, and this is posted by Ryan Satin over there. Sources are telling him that there was a mutual decision to change Brian's position with the impending move to Fox on the horizon, and it wasn't necessarily him stepping down. They're also told that WWE wants to keep his position flexible at this time and use him as a utility player so they can see where he'd fit best going forward. One source said it's possible James could fill the role that Arn Anderson had at live events. Or he could even put his pipes on the commentary desk, which is could be kind of exciting to have him there. But he's no longer the head writer of SmackDown. There was also another writer that quit and resigned. I don't remember where exactly he was from, but the WWE writer, another guy, did resign. What do you guys think about Road Dogg?
It was the one who the one they're saying the guy that quit is the one that they fired
Okay.
Which one did they fire?
from the
Is it the one, the Bret
Hall of
Hart?
Fame for Bret Fame. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That they fired
Nice.
someone else too. Besides that writer, right? Or was it just the one writer?
Do you guys think that with Road Dogg stepping down on SmackDown, that this means that Vince is having a much more um, bigger role on SmackDown now?
Well, you can't have much of a big role anyways, since he's gonna have that XFL coming out pretty soon.
Yeah, but a lot of the reports that I saw that I was seeing and some of the rumors were that like Road Dogg was stepping down because there was a lot of like issues that he saw with like the last minute writing that Vince would do, the last minute changes Vince would do to the shows, like just hours before air, and he would like change things. But like that report or that this report saying like that it wasn't him stepping down, it was him just like saying that he needed different to do something different in the company or whatever. So I don't know. I think like if Vince is really meddling around and like is super involved in both shows, like I don't necessarily think that's a really good thing.
I don't think so too.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Some more stuff happened too. That one backstage interviewer, Dasha Fuentes is her name.
One of the robots.
She was
yeah.
released. She was released. So she is no longer working for WWE.
Does not
Um,
compute.
So she will not be there. And then lastly, the big news coming out of the biggest t-shirt selling wrestling company in the world is All Elite Wrestling is reportedly close to signing a TV series deal with former home of World Championship Wrestling, the Turner Broadcasting Network. And they could possibly be on TNT. Although sites claim that there are no contracts that have been signed yet, it's saying that it would likely involve a multi-platform existence for AEW, meaning their content would be accessible on all other Turner properties, such as its Bleacher Report live streaming service. And the Wrap also claims that AEW may not be a year-round thing like Raw or SmackDown. It could have a different off-season type things. So
That's
it could be
interesting.
could be seasonal.
We'll know
The
the answer
rumor
to that
is-
by May 16th, by the way.
Yeah, it said the rumor going around is that Turner will announce the deal next month at their upfront presentation for advertisers. And that's like closer to May 16th, like you said, payback. So it looks like they got a TV deal. They haven't even had any shows yet, and they're getting TV deals down. Like, hey man, like I honestly see like if they have a TV deal and they start putting out really good content when it comes to like their, pay-per-views and all these things, like you could legitimately see like a different option in the United States for wrestling that you don't normally see. Like I get Impact, but like Impact is a very different thing right now.
Then we'll stop doing reviews on WWE and we'll start doing it on AEWs.
It'll be the New Japan, Ring of Honor, Impact,
AEW.
AEW report with Omega.
He knows it all. He knows it all.
He knows it all. But those are all the news articles that I found. Payback. I don't know if you found anything else that you thought was newsworthy.
Did you mention Rhino?
No, I didn't.
Oh no.
So apparently, there's nothing confirmed here, but on WWE.com, Rhino has been moved from current superstars to WWE alumni.
Whoa.
Not sure exactly what that means, but maybe we'll find out. But maybe we'll learn in 5 years from now that he's no longer an actual superstar.
I was just say,
Wasn't he just in the Andre the Giant Battle Royal?
Yes.
Wasn't he just in that?
Yes.
What did you ask, Kevin? I'm sorry.
I was gonna say I feel like that happened before with them or with someone else. That like we saw that happen and they left afterwards. Might have been Goldust. I don't remember, but I felt like we had the situation happen to someone else. Where we didn't know what that meant when they went to the alumni, like are they done or what? But that's what I think.
That's true.
Oh.
Anything else?
And did you mention anything about Sasha Banks?
No, I didn't.
Oh,
What do you got?
So apparently, over the weekend, Sasha Banks tried to quit.
during WrestleMania.
Whoa.
She was very unhappy with losing the tag titles, and she didn't like the little back and forth with Alexa
Wow.
on Raw.
Interesting. Do you think that's a work just to play that up or no?
It doesn't seem that way. I don't see why she's... Personally, I don't see what's wrong here, but there could be more backstage stuff that we're not privy to that's in play.
That's true.
And,
Interesting.
yeah. Oh, just for wrestling news, like, here, Vampiro has been diagnosed with Alzheimer's. Which would explain some things about his character.
Piero's still around? Or is he just not
Yeah.
wrestling anymore?
He wrestled, like, I want to say a few weeks ago.
Shoot.
Oh, last thing, Enzo Cass. That thing was a work. They have apparently signed with Ring of Honor and will be
Yeah.
probably going against the Briscoes there. So
Did you see their new names?
yeah, it's like NZO, right?
Yeah.
And then like was it Caxel?
Yeah.
Caskell
But it's
or something?
Kaz extra large.
Oh, Kaz XL. Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
The Enzo name, he's had that for a while, though.
Oh, and their team name is Free Agents with a Z.
Well,
yeah.
if they do great in Ring of Honor, good for them. But like, with the crap that they've done and stuff outside the ring, like, I just can't. I am just not a supporter of them. So, good luck to them in Ring of Honor, and good luck to Bully Ray for being the booker there for them.
Bully.
Bully. That's all the news I got.
Is that any news? Payback? Any news? Or that's it?
Hardys have won all the tag belts.
Okay, that's what it felt like after winning the SmackDown one. 'Cause I saw,
News.
All of them.
yeah, because I saw the
They won
picture of
SmackDown,
them.
Raw, WWE, and
World?
the WCW ones. I forget what they're called. World? Yeah.
Yeah, World Tag Team. Yeah. So, anything else? Any last things before we sign off? Payback?
Oh, yeah, I have one thing to say. Mostly because I didn't say it during our our live stream. WrestleMania, I give 81 pay stars. The WrestleMania kickoff show, I give 173 pay stars.
Okay.
From Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder alone, huh?
Yeah.
He's chopping a lot of things over there.
All
He's
right.
so excited.
He's Got a lot of cans.
What do you give before we go to? Because I forgot to ask you. Your rating for Takeover and G1.
Oh, G1, I would have given like set 80, but due to the length, I'm gonna give it a 75.
That was a long show.
Mostly because I think some of the Ring of Honor matches were just like kind of bleh,
Alright.
meh overall. And then Takeover, Takeover I thought was really good. I'd probably give it 120 pay stars.
Jesus.
A lot of pay stars.
Don't know what it means, but you
I
he
think there
knows
was
what
only
it
like
means.
one match. I
It's a
didn't like,
lot of pay stars.
Well, that's it, you guys. That's the Botched Finish podcast.
We botched it.
We botched it every week. We gather around this Xbox Live party to talk about wrestling stuff. If you wanted to follow us at YouTube at bit.ly/botchedfinishYT. And also follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/botchfinish, no ED at the end of botch. But yeah, that's it, everyone. We botched it.
Twitch.tv/botchfinish.
Oh yeah, Twitch.tv/botch. I need to add that. Damn it.
freaking botched it, dude.
Botched it. Oh.
Look it, we literally botched it. We literally botched it.
How come you didn't remind me, Ant-Man?
I'm sorry. What was going on? What happened?
Alright.
What day is it? It is 2 a.m., Kevin.
Alright, let's get off. We'll see you guys next week for more Botched Finish topics. I don't know how to send it.
That'll do.
Botched it.
Botched it.
Botched it.